I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to MTC at Home. I'm Marissa. I was a counselor for 3 years at MTC and a camper a bit before that. And I am so excited to be in this vlog before you today. We are going to be making postcards today. We're going to be doing some art and writing some letters and learning how to address and stamp and send things to all of your friends near and far that you're missing this summer. So let's do it. Quick disclaimer, I am not a vlogger, so I don't really know what I'm doing, so bear with me today. So maybe you're wondering, Marissa, why would I send a letter when I could just text my friend? We have phones and Facebook. It's a good question. I personally love the letter. I can't think of a better, more sincere way to stay in touch with your camp friends, your long-lost friends, and by sending something so personalized and so intimate. It's your own writing, it's your own handwriting, it's your own artwork, and it really shows that you took the time to make something special, which a text can't really do. I actually have stayed in touch with a lot of camp friends exclusively by snail mail, and I think I have a 2-year streak with one of them, who you may see later in this video actually. So you're gonna need a couple things today, not too many things. One of them is stamps, so you can send things in the mail. Watercolors. They can be expensive, they can be cheap, they all pretty much do the same thing, if I'm being honest. This one was my older brother's, and he's 31 now, so if you have old stuff laying around, that's totally fine. Brush, and old dirty water inside of a Smucker's jar is what I would recommend. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you some quick examples of different things that you can do. There's endless possibilities, really. So a classic, a favorite of mine from a dear friend, says, "You are very special," and she drew some strawberries and did some cool calligraphy. Awesome. This one is from a friend who likes birding. It's a state bird of Florida, I've been told. So you don't even have to do the art yourself if art isn't your thing. Succulents, always a crowd pleaser. Or you can get really creative and put together a photo collage of all of the special times you've had together. If you're not looking to do art, it's all really special, it's all really unique. You can't go wrong. So here are some different examples of things you can do. Again, there's no limit to all the different things you can do. I'm going to show you though today how to do the lavender one. So I'm gonna get some green, after my brush is good and wet, and I'm gonna just do some lines. Literally whatever you come up with is great. I'm sorry if the camera's shaky. And I'm just gonna go over it some darker green, as if it's like imperfect and natural, how you'd really find it. Just add some detail, and then you want to get into the lavender bit. So you get purple, and you start more at like the medium to the top of the blade of whatever. Yeah, you get to the top of it, and you just start doing little things like that. They grow together and like almost like weeds. You can get as like realistic as you'd like. I like to always like point them off at the top. And then you can go back and like do some like darker colors for effect. Maybe some areas are like bunchier than others, maybe some don't have as many. Like that. It's like very easy. It's not time consuming. Looks pretty cool, I think. And you can go back and add more. Follow your heart. One thing I like to do is I like to get a glitter pen and just like add some like cartoonish detail in different places. It's like what I like to do. I think it adds like cool texture. And there you have it. It's like the easiest thing. And what was that, like a minute, 2 minutes of your time? Easy, right? So one thing that I did forget to mention and what you need is the postcards themselves. I like to get the watercolor postcards. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. So on the front, you do your watercolor art, or whatever kind of art you want, pencils, pens, whatever. And on the back, it's where you put the stamp and address things and write your letter. So it's important to have the postcard part of making postcards. So for what to write in the letter portion of your postcard, you should use a pen, something like more permanent than a pencil, because in the mail it might get like smushed and erased, whatever. You want it to be a really clear message when the person gets it. I personally like to get letters that tell me all about the person's life, you know, what they're up to, how they are, how their family is, what books they're reading, what shows they're binging, funny stories, but there's no rule book. You can write down, you know, memories or poems, haikus, pretty much anything goes. Really whatever you want to say. You can be as personal or as not personal as you want. I would caution you to not be so personal that you'd be embarrassed if someone read it, only because it's a postcard, so it's all pretty out there, it's pretty visible. Maybe no secrets, things like that. But as long as the handwriting is neat and you really say what you want to say, what's on your heart, you being authentic, can't go wrong. So if you're in the US and you want to send something to someone in the US, pretty basic. First name, last name, line 1. Second line is like the house number or apartment number and the street name. So like 123 ABC Avenue. Next line is city, then state, the comma in between, and then the next line is the postal code. So that's for the United States. Let's say you wanted to send something to Canada from the United States. Pretty much goes the same way, slight tweaks. First name, last name, second line, house number, apartment number, street, and then city, and the next line, province, country, so maybe like Quebec, Canada, and then the next line is the postal code, which looks different than the US postal code, right? Like it's a mix of letters and numbers, whereas ours are just numbers. And the same goes for the UK, typically 4 lines, first name, last name, the next line, house number, apartment number, road name, then you have the city, town on the next line, so like whatever part, London, things like that. The next one is the postal code, the zip code, which is also a combination of letters and numbers. And then again, you'll want to write like England or United Kingdom on the last line if you're writing from the United States. This is a forever stamp. They're worth 55 cents now. They've gone up in price quite a bit. They tell you to place stamp here, taking out all of the wonder, all of the mystery. So you place it right there. And that's enough if you're sending it into the United States from the United States. But you'll need 3 stamps if you're sending it to the UK or Canada. At the end of this process, in like 3 to 5 business days, you will make your good friend smile, and they will cherish it and probably hang it up on their wall, and it will remind them of you and camp and good times, and it's a great way to stay in touch. Super intimate, tech-free, and supports the postal system. And it'll look something like this when your pal gets the letter. So that's all from me. Happy writing. I really do hope you try this out. So this was MTC at Home. I'm Marissa. Remember to like and subscribe to MTC on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Stay safe. Bye.